And you guys have to bear with me. I'm like doing a new share screen thing where I also have my notes up. I don't know about anyone else, but there we go. Yay, it worked. Okay, so you guys can see my PowerPoint, correct? Yes, okay. And it switches, yay. Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about success pods to success partners. So I'll kind of explain what that means, but it's a sort of new concept, and it's actually something that I have heard people talk about at Summit like every year for the last 4 years. And I write it down in my little notebook, and then it goes into like the graveyard of notebooks, and I have never done anything with it. So I'm really excited to talk about it tonight and kind of bring that idea to our bigger team and possibly connect people to some other humans who would inspire them. So I'm excited about it. But we can start with some announcements. So first is a Labor Day deal dash that we're going to be doing. So this is kind of similar to the flash sales that we've done in the past and that have been pretty successful in the past, but a couple of differences. So it's going to be run on Facebook. We are going to open it this Friday, the 23rd, and then it's going to close next Friday, the 30th, so we can all go enjoy our Labor Day weekends. And so it'll be open a full week, and it's being run a little bit differently. So we're not just like throwing up deals. We are going to be really highlighting the products. And we are making a lot of little bundles so that people are seeing some of the products that maybe aren't connected to challenge packs all the time. Some of the things that maybe people don't even know that we have. So Mackenzie made up some hilarious and awesome names. My favorite is, what is it? Me and Boo. You and Boo. I can't remember.
It's one for you and one for Boo, and it's just two energizers.
And it's two energizes. So anyways, they're hilarious names.
Yeah.
But our vision for this is more than just like bringing in new people and crushing Success Club, which yes, maybe that will be something that happens also. But our vision for this is to really give back to our people that we already have. So like love on our challengers, our discount coaches, our customers that are already in our organizations and who maybe have fallen off or who maybe aren't as in touch with us as they usually are. And so that is our goal for this. And what we hope that it's going to do is to get more people active. So we're really hoping that the little bundles, a lot of them are 50 PB. So that's enough to get someone active. That sounds like an adorable child, but if you don't mind muting yourself. But so our goal is to get them active. And so I don't know about you guys, but when I look at my organization, like I have a ton of coaches in there. And so when we start to talk about volume, we need to think about who's active, who's not, you know, who is really getting reconnected into our challenge groups and all of that. So that's our vision with this, is to give back to our people, to get more discount coaches active, to convert people to discount coaches, and really just to build a stronger organization. And I'm like too ADD to have the chat open. So if you want to add anything, like just unmute yourself and add it, like Danielle or Mackenzie. So there will be a couple of challenge pack deals, but we mainly are going to focus on those small bundles to get people active. And we're going to be really highlighting each product. So we're having testimonials for each product. It's sort of like a free group mixed in with a flash sale. So I'm really excited about that. Does anyone have any questions about that, or anyone have anything to add?
I don't know if you said this, but so the difference is flash sale is like a 1-day thing. They have to purchase within that like 24 hours. All the deals are going to be up from Friday to Friday. If they purchase from Friday to Friday, we honor the gift card.
Yep. And so the gift cards are, so for the smaller bundles, it's a $10 Target gift card. For the bigger bundles, like the challenge packs, it's a $20 Amazon card. And so those are honored by you, the coach, whoever they purchase from. And I think that we can kind of just look at it as an investment in our business, in our organization, and just in giving back to our people. So I think that's about it about the Labor Day deal dash.
Hey, one more thing.
Yeah.
You guys want to add yourselves to the group like ASAP, so you're in there, so all the coaches will be, and then we'll ask you to add your customers, coaches, people Friday or maybe Thursday night we open it up. Is that what we're thinking? So
does one of you guys want to put the link to the Facebook group in the comments here, like in the chat? And then I'll also add the link to the group and we've created some conversation starters for you guys on like how to reach out to different people, like customers, discount coaches, new people, and how to bring this up. So we're really thinking that this is going to be most valuable in one-on-one conversations and not necessarily just like blasting it out there on your social media. So we're really hoping that this is going to help us form connections with people. So we're really, really excited about that. Definitely ask your coach questions if you're not sure how it's all going to work. But I think it'll be really fun. It'll be like a nice way to end the month really strong. And then other announcements. So the September promo code. So this is really cool, you guys. It's kind of like a use it or lose it kind of a thing. So for every code that you use in August, you get another one in September. But come September, if you have not used any of your codes, you do not get any more. So you really want to be sharing those with people so that you are going to get more to be able to pay forward to your people next month. So if you are a coach and you also have a spouse account or a parent account or anything, you're going to get 6 more codes if you use all 6 this month. So that's super cool, super motivating. Other announcements. So this is still the best price on MM100 through the end of the month. So you have the sale, you have the promo code. We have a bundle in the Labor Day deal dash. So like people are getting that challenge pack and the MM100 packs for so cheap this month. So definitely be reaching out to those people who have given a price objection or who are just on the fence, and let them know that you're thinking about them and just that this sale could be a really awesome time for them to start. So there's 10% off 3-day refresh kits through August 26th, $10 off recover through September 2nd. And then just a little reminder, because I personally feel like this kind of thing like sneaks up on me, but a launch calendar reminder. So Pumpkin Spice Shakeology launches September 3rd. And so for that, like, you really want to be thinking like what your story is with Shakeology. Like, what has it done in your life? What have you seen it do in other people's lives? Like, how can you share your story, not just a picture of your shake? You want to share your story with the shakes. And so I'm super excited about that. If you tried it last year, you know how freaking delicious it is. And then September 30th, 6 weeks of the work launches. And then 11/1 peppermint mocha launches. So it's like boom, boom, boom. Like, we have to be proactive and be looking at that kind of launch calendar, thinking ahead, like thinking how we're sharing about things so that we're ready for those launches. So super excited about that. And then recognition. So I had just had one person to call out tonight. A lot of people are doing awesome things. But my coach, Elena, she welcomed a sweet baby boy less than a month ago and is at Success Club 12 this month. And I'm just like, how? You're amazing. So super proud of you, girl. You're just a rock star. Does anyone else have anyone that they want to love on tonight?
I want to shout out my girl, Taylor. She just locked in Success Starter Month 2. She just got a new coach started. She's like literally a day away from Diamond. She's really, really pushing. She just started her job again today too. And I mean, I'm just really proud of her. She's taken so much action with enthusiasm, and she's just doing great. So good job, girl.
Way to go, Taylor. You rock.
I have a few. Sorry, I can't see anything. Okay. So first I want to give a huge shout out to one of our very own, Kelsey Smith. If you guys saw Mac's post in our team page today, she's been struggling behind the scenes for 1.5 years now, trying to conceive and have a baby. And with infertility treatments, the blessing came true. She is pregnant, and we are so happy for her. Just a great example to us as a team of what's still thriving in your business while going through adversity, because I think many of you that don't know her story would never assume that she was struggling so much behind the scenes. And to me, that's just like really inspiring to know that we can still thrive in the struggle. So to her, and then Chelsea Eads, today is her 30th birthday, but not only that, she announced her pregnancy. Somebody that also struggled to get pregnant with her first, didn't struggle to get pregnant with her second. So that is such a blessing. Next, happy birthday, Chelsea. Next, I want to welcome our new coach, Brooke, to the team. I'm so excited. Like I said to you guys in the team page yesterday, I'm still getting to know her, and I have yet to even talk to her on the phone or anything yet, but just chatting with her. If you guys don't follow her, you should. She has an insanely powerful story. I don't know how I get connected to you guys that are just so deep and vulnerable, and I love working with real people, and I feel like Brooke is going to be a great asset to our team. And then I do want to shout out Elizabeth. This is her 3rd month in the business, and it's been don't want to put this out in the air, but what we would call a challenging month. And she's still focused and ready to rock. Currently not even, on the board yet, but fighting like hell and so inspired and motivated to make something of this business. So I know that she's going to rock it in the next 10 days. That's it.
Heck yeah.
I have my coach, Jacqueline, her new coach, Jessica, who's on this call, is at Success Club for the month for the first time ever as a new coach. Super proud of you. She went to Super Weekend, super nervous in Philly last month with us, decided to become a coach finally after a year of not consistently drinking Shakeology. And y'all, what happens when you start drinking the Shako? Something starts working. So proof that don't give up on the people that might be sitting as discount coaches, especially with this flash sale coming up. You never know when they can be your next rock star. So can't wait to help you push to Diamond. Oh, and she hit Emerald last week. So super proud of you.
Nice. That's amazing. Anyone else have any more? Okay. All right, we will move on. So, what is a success partner? Like, what does that even mean? I know we've all kind of talked about the concept of it, but what does that actually look like? Our goals. So it is a friend in the business. It's not your upline, not your spouse, and it really can be from anyone on your team. So if you think about your spouse, and, I've heard a lot of people say, and I said this in the beginning, that, my spouse wasn't extremely supportive. And when you take a step back and you think about it, it's like your spouse doesn't have to love this business the way that you love it. They just have to love you. And so for you, you need to find someone that you can count on so that the daily challenges and the daily struggles are not all being spoken to your spouse about, right? You need someone in the business who understands kind of what you're going for. And it can be from any team. So when you're choosing someone, and if you do really connect with someone with your same upline, okay, like that's fine. But if you're considering other people and thinking about other people who have been trained differently, you want to look for someone who's really going to fill in your gaps. So you don't want to look for someone who's exactly the same as you. Otherwise, you might work well together, but you're not really going to kind of fill in each other's gaps in order to move forward. And then this next thing is kind of something I was thinking about, and you want to find someone that you feel comfortable with, but also uncomfortable with. And so what I mean by that is you want to feel comfortable enough to share your goals and dreams and talk about the hard stuff. Like, you need to be able to be vulnerable with this person, but you also need to be able to stay at a certain level of accountability. So you need to feel uncomfortable telling this person, okay, I set this goal for myself, but I didn't actually do anything to achieve it. Like, that should make you feel uncomfortable because you want to push together towards your goals and you want to do this together, right? And then last is someone to dream with, but also someone to mastermind with. So they need to inspire you to take action. They can't just be someone who inspires you. They need to really care about your goals, care about your dreams enough to push you to actually do something about them. So if you find that you're connecting with someone, but you're not really doing anything to move your business forward, then that's probably not the right person for you. So that is kind of what a success partner is. And then why do you need one? So I'll be totally honest. I have like always been someone who would rather work by themselves. Like I like my lists. I like showing up and knowing what I'm getting done. I like knowing, trusting myself that I will get it done. I just posted on social media because I was thinking about this as I was like working on this call, but I used to absolutely hate group projects. Like raise your hand if you hated freaking group projects in school. Like the worst. You'd have that group member that just like didn't show up. And so I think it's really neat. We have this neat opportunity with this business where like just about every person I've come into contact with is someone I would want in my group. Like you guys are all go-getters. We are all people who are striving to be better and to grow and to thrive. And so we are good people to be in groups with, right? So we have to kind of move on from that mindset if you are a similar person to me. So why do you need one? So it provides an extra layer of accountability. So when you set a goal, you share it with your coach. Yes, that's great. When you set a goal and share it with your success partner or your success pod, you share your goal and you share your daily actions. So you're not just dreaming with these people, you are talking about it daily, what you're doing to reach that goal. It provides a different perspective and brings different strengths to the table. So you, again, don't want to work with someone who is the exact same as you. You need to find someone that will fill in your gaps. Tough love. This kind of goes back to the comfortable and uncomfortable thing, but you need someone who's not just going to be your cheerleader. You need someone who's going to have the tough conversations with you and help you move forward and help you kind of push past adversity, not just, tell you they love you. That's great, but you need to get to work. So shared responsibility is another one. There's a lot of times in this business where, and this is part of the wonderful thing about it, but you might need a minute, right? You just had a baby and you're in the hospital, or you're really struggling with something personal and you need a minute. Your success partner can be someone that is there for you. You can say, hey, I need a minute to step away from the group for, the next 2 days. Okay, they're going to be cheering on your people. They're going to share the responsibility of this business with you. And obviously, just like Natalie just said, we need to learn how to run this business within adversity and through adversity. But a success partner can be someone who can help you to do that. So you're not feeling like you're doing it on your own. And then again, just that feeling of support and community. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm feeling like, I sit behind the computer and I feel a little bit isolated. And so on top of Danielle's morning Zoom calls, which are amazing, I think that a success partner can just be someone that you're in constant contact with so that you're not feeling alone. And yes, like your upline is always there for you. Like my coach is like, I'm always here for you. But it's nice to have someone that you can just kind of be shooting the shit with and be brainstorming and asking silly questions and just kind of talking about it all with. It makes you feel more connected to the community. So a little background for me. So I signed up to coach at the very end of July 2015. I think it was like the 26th of the month or something. And then August was a team cut month. And so literally my coach was like, all right, here's your team, get to work. I had literally no idea what I was doing. And I got thrown into a group with 4 other women who I also did not know. And by the end of the month, one of the other girls and I had really hit it off. We complemented each other well. We filled in each other's gaps. And over the next several months, we just realized we just worked really well together. So I was hitting Success Club consistently. She struggled with this. She was bringing in coaches, talking about the coaching opportunity really well. I struggled with that. I was super about the systems and here is my routine. I'm a little bit of a psycho about it. And she was really creative, and loved the graphics. And so we just complemented each other really well. We worked together for several months. And ultimately we ended up going different directions and we kind of broke up, if you will. And I just wanted to tell you guys that because that is okay. It is okay for that to happen. Her and I are still very good friends. We work together occasionally. But I think that it's important when you're coming into this and when you're thinking about a success partner that you don't have to put all of this pressure on it. I have to find the person that I'm going to work with like literally forever. And so the fear of that failing or the fear of it not working out stops you from ever trying it, right? So it is okay, you know, like you can work with multiple people at the same time. You can work with someone and then stop working with them. Like we are all here for each other. And so you don't have to be scared that it's not going to work out. So I just wanted to share that. And then this, I just like these 3 pairs, I just love these 3 pairs because I think that in some of our minds, maybe it's crossing our minds that having a success partner means that we aren't capable of doing it on our own. And that is just so false. All 6 of these people on this page could absolutely do this on their own, but they don't. They work with other people who fill in their gaps and who push them to level up in their businesses. So I hope you all actually brought a piece of paper, like I asked you to, a piece of blank paper. So we are going to do a little activity. But first, I just want you guys to raise your hand if you are ready to get off your island, like Danielle says, like really take advantage of your team and this thing. So raise your hands because I know I am. Okay, so you're going to get your piece of paper and you're going to fold it like this. So you'll do a hot dog fold first, and then you'll kind of fold it up and down like you're going to put it in an envelope so that you have 6 boxes on your paper. And then you'll number the boxes 1 to 6. Okay. All right, so number 1 is kind of looking at where you are in life. And I understand some people on this call like aren't looking for a success partner because they have one or whatever, but I think that all of these questions are going to be just a nice sort of like, you know, pause for a moment in your business and think about where you are. So even if you're not looking for a success partner, I think it could be valuable to participate and write these things down. So where are you in your life? Are you a full-time coach, a part-time coach? Do you work outside of the home? And then this last question is just a number. Like I just want you to put a number in this box somewhere. But how many hours per week will you find to build your business? And notice that I did not say how many hours do you have to put towards this business, because this isn't meant to be a comparison of who's more busy. It's really just meant to ask how many hours and how much commitment are you willing to create to build this business. So I'll give a couple more seconds for that one. Okay, and then number 2, where do you envision yourself going? What do you see 1 year from now, 5 years from now? And does your vision change when and if you plan to have kids? So I came into this business really, really guarded about my vision. I'll just blab while you guys write because I'm uncomfortable with silence. But I'm an occupational therapist and I absolutely love what I do. I didn't realize it when I started coaching because I didn't have belief yet, but I always knew I didn't want to work full time when I started a family. And Beachbody has been my vehicle, and it has allowed me to stay home, and it's allowed me to be patient enough to find, you know, an occupational therapy position that provides me freedom. And so if you're someone who maybe has their guard up a little bit about casting a vision for Beachbody, like take a second to let your guard down and stop connecting your vision to what you rationally think can happen in your life. More of a time to like literally put into words what your ideal life would be and how Beachbody would fit into that. Like what can Beachbody create for you? Okay. Number 3, so what drives you? And so one of the things that we're going to be doing after this call is kind of like putting people into these pods and organizing people based on their responses. So instead of random responses, I actually just want you to rank these in order. So most motivating would be number 1. And it may still be a motivator for you, but it's not your highest priority. So in this business, what drives you out of these 5 things? And like really truly be honest here. Like this is not a time from obligation to just say, I just want to help people. Because like, I want to help people, but income is my number 1 motivator. And it has to be for me, because if I'm going to stay home with my daughter, I have to make an income. And so that is my number 1 motivator with the business. So just be honest. Okay. Are we good on that one? Number 4. So rank these characteristics in order from 1, which would be what you feel is your strongest attribute, to 5, which could possibly be an area of growth for you. Oops. Okay. You guys still see my slide with number 3 on it?
Yeah, we can see this. Yeah, 3.
Okay, cool. Oh, I meant it to be 4. I'm sorry. Okay, I did go back. Okay, 4. So you're ranking your characteristics from 1 to 5. 1 being your strongest attribute and 5 being an area for growth. And so the way I kind of split these up was health leadership. By that, I mean leading others in a challenge group setting, leading others to get results in their health and wellness, versus business leadership would be working with other coaches to help them build their business. Okay. Number 5. So same 5 characteristics, but I want you to rank these in order of what you would be looking for in other people to work with. So maybe things that would fill in your gaps. So number 1 would be an attribute you want in a partner most. To number 5 would be an area that you don't feel is as important in a partner. Sounds like an online dating survey. Okay. And then last one, so rank these modes of communication. So how do you feel like you would work best with other people? 1 would be something that works best for you. 5 wouldn't work as well for you. Sorry, this one's kind of a lot of writing. Okay. Okay, so why this kind of pods to partners thing, and instead of just taking your responses and setting you up with partners. So there's kind of 2 reasons behind this. I asked the leaders on this team kind of what their experience was with success partners, and most of them actually said that they are really important, but that they work with multiple people, that different people fill in different gaps that they have in different ways. And I thought that was really, really cool because you don't hear people saying that. You hear people talking about their success partners, but not necessarily that they work with multiple different people. So maybe we find inspiration for challenge groups from one person, tactical strategies from another coach, and like accountability from yet another person. And so I don't want you guys to feel like you have to only work with one person, and I want you to get to know more people on the team. And so that's one of the reasons for this pod kind of strategy. And then number 2, it can be difficult to jump in and kind of just start working with someone. And then maybe like 2 months down the road, you realize that your styles don't really align, or you're just not a great fit, right? And so it's kind of, it's just like dating. You want to talk a little bit first. I don't know if they even still use that term, way out of the dating scene, but when I was dating, you like talked to people first and then dated. And I can't see the chat, but I see that it's going. So I think that this will be kind of like dating, right? You get to be put into a group together, and you get to see what the other people's styles are, and you kind of notice their quirks. You notice things about them that you might work well with before you necessarily like say yes, right? And so I want to, let's see. Okay, so with this, how this will work is if you would like to be put into one of these pods, and I'm going to share these slides for people who are watching the recording so that they can fill this out as well. But what I would love for you guys to do, if you did fill out a paper and you'd like to be put into a pod, is to email me a picture of your paper. So that's my email right there. And again, I'll share the slides, and I will work with the other leaders on the team where, at least someone in our like leadership group will know you guys in some way. And we will create a few success pods based on your answers from the questions tonight. So based on who you feel like you are, who you feel like you need, that sort of thing. And we will give you, so we'll kind of just send your names, and you guys can set up the pod however you want. Like, we're not going to be in each pod. We're just going to say, hey, we think you would work well with X, Y, and Z. And here are their names. And you guys can connect however you want to. We can give you suggestions based on your responses. Maybe like, oh, all of you guys said that you would be better with like a weekly phone call. So maybe you should set up a weekly phone call. Ultimately, it will be up to you how you structure these. And then like once you're in the pod, right? Like, what do you do in a pod? So here are just some suggestions. Again, it can be whatever you guys feel like you need at this point in your business. So you can share your goals, rank, income, success club. And notice that like none of those questions were what is your rank, because that honestly does not matter at all. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, here are the 5 emeralds, they need to be put together. Like, who you are as a person and how you work and what you're dreaming about is so much more important than where you are today. Like, we've all heard stories of people that have crazy rank growth, right? It does not matter where you are today. You can be somewhere completely different a month from now. So other things to do in a success pod, read personal development together. So maybe you pick a book of the month or something. You can run a challenge group together. You could have weekly mastermind calls. If you wanted to, and you have team pages of your own, you could add your pods into your team pages. You can add them into your challenge groups. You guys could choose to, start the same workout program and complete it together. You could text screenshots of your completed power hours. You could do social media audits for each other. So really just going through, checking out each other's social media and giving tips. Basically, you're just going to want to share ideas, ask questions, show up to really push each other forward in whatever way you guys decide that you need. And then from that, right, if you're wondering why I said 2 success partners, how do you find a partner? And honestly, like, I have no instruction on that. You want it to happen naturally, or you can stay in your pods forever. Like, that's completely fine. Your pod can be open forever. And I think, though, as you get to know your pod, you'll notice if you gravitate towards one person or you work best with another person, over time, this may become your partner, or it may not. Like, it just doesn't matter. And I don't even feel like I need to say this to this group, but let's just all make sure we don't take things personally, right? This is a business, And so we're going to treat each other with respect. I never, ever would want this turned into something that's like cliquey. That's like my least favorite thing on this planet. So we're all here to push each other forward, to motivate each other, to love each other, to respect each other. So I know I don't need to say that. But if you are looking specifically for a partner, you just want to go into the pod and be yourself, and maybe that whole partner thing. Questions? Anybody have any questions or thoughts or personal experiences about with success partners, or anything that they want to share?
I want to say too, everyone's at like a different stage, like in their life and in their business. And I feel like, some people might feel like an opportunity like this could be really appealing, but they might be scared that it's like too much to take on. So I just wanted to share too, like if that ends up being the case for somebody, like don't count yourself out. Cause like right now, just like this stage of my life with all the transition that we're going, like it's been really hard for me to commit, but I simply just like reached out to my coach, Elizabeth, and I was like, hey, let's just send each other our finish tracker every day. And she's like, okay, cool. And it's like, it's not like a huge success partner thing where we have like all these standards and expectations, but it is a level of accountability. So if you guys, like, I obviously am really inspired by this call and want to commit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if somebody's feeling that overwhelm, like they want to, but they don't know how they will, then pick something to start with would be my best recommendation on that.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, Natalie.
Hey, Mags, do you want to stop screen sharing so we can see each other?
Oh. Yes. Hello, beautiful faces. It was helpful to see the PowerPoint, but I did not like not seeing everybody on here. Okay, well, if no one has any other questions or thoughts or anything, I will post the screen. I will post the slides and everything. So if you guys need to refer back to anything, you can. But pretty please email me those papers. I would love nothing more than to set up a few pods and get you guys to really connect and get to know each other. So that would be amazing. All right. Bye, guys.